welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. So my peers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I actually don't know exactly what we're covering, but you guys will because you'll be able to know by the thumbnail and the title. So today is another mystery video. That's what my guys like, that's what you guys might like. I don't know exactly if you guys like that, but I know my guys do, and that is something that they recommended. So I have no idea what we're covering today. I won't know until the end of the video. So that makes it extra fun, extra special. I go in without the stress or the nervousness of what to cover. Instead, I go in blind and see what comes up, and that's exactly how it should be. So anyway, without further ado, we are going to begin. I want to say hello to all of you guys who joined the channel. Thank you for coming and thank you for joining. On the channel, we preach love and appreciation and kindness. So please, I encourage you to use love as much as you can, because it not only raises your vibration, but also raises the other person's vibration. Even when they're sad, tell them you love them anyway. So with that being said, on the channel, I tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. So if that is something that you like, then you're at the right channel. If that is not something that you enjoy, you want to be told what you want to hear, then you are at the wrong channel. You can go unsubscribe. So anyway, without further ado, this video is being recorded on none other than Friday, January 24th at 12:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as and when I'm recording it. This is my third video for today. It probably will not be my last, but we are going to go head on, speed on, and I really appreciate all the love and support and kindness that all of you guys have been showing me. I want to let you know that I love you and I appreciate all of you. So, with that being said, this video is just for entertainment purposes only, and for life purposes only. Anything I do or say is just for entertainment. Now, go follow my Blue Sky account and my Facebook group in the comment section below so you can be notified and be told when I upload next. Plus, you have a direct line of connection to me or other subscribers as well. So you guys will be able to have a collective understanding and be able to have a constructive dialogue, if you will. And that's up to you. You guys can decide that yourself. But don't forget to engage with the content. The longer you engage with the content, whether you're liking, whether you're subscribing, whether you're commenting, you're hitting the bell icon, any form of engagement of any kind, even watching this video longer than you normally have on my other videos, it's telling the algorithm, hey, I like this content, show me more. Not only will you be helping our channel grow, but you will also be helping other psychic tarot card videos, because you'll be shown more content from other psychic tarot card videos and astrologers as well. So definitely engage in some formality. All right, so let's begin. We have a lot to get through today. Well, at least that's what I think. I have no idea what we're covering, but we'll get to it. We'll see what happens. All right, until then, let's enjoy the journey. Okay, so Spirit, what exactly are we doing? Okay, so this is a book that I picked up when I was for Christmas time. It's called 1001 Tower Spread. Now, I don't really do my tower spread. I just kind of do them intuitively. But they told me to take this book today, so we are going to look at this book. They're going to give me a number, and I'm going to go to that page. And that's going to help guide us to what we need to talk about today. So, Spirits and Angels, tell me what number? 236. Okay, are we going to the number 236 or are we going to the page 236? Okay, they're telling me to go to the page 236. So 236 here says, will the person of your dreams agree to go on a date with you if you ask now? That is what the thing is if we actually went to it. But no, we're looking for the page number. Let's go and see 236. We're close nearby. Okay. Okay, so we have to talk about fertility, conception, pregnancies, and babies. Okay, if your partner objects to all your friends. Interesting. So, ironically enough, if you do not know, Aquarius has just passed through the moon. So we are in the moon of Aquarius. You can kind of see that here. So when the moon passes through Aquarius. So this is the page of 236 right here. This is the page 236. It's interesting because the moon just went into the Aquarius. So let's go and take a look and see what exactly they are trying to tell us. She had no idea. Allow the cards to be able to answer the question that you are trying to tell us. Allow me to decipher and interpret the energy as they come. Thank you. I love you. Namaste. Okay. So Spirits and Angels, tell me, you just gave me a page 236 and you told me to do 440 about fertility, conception, pregnancy, and babies. I wonder if this has to do with women's rights, but we're going to find that out in a moment and see what exactly is being told. So can you give me cards? Okay. 2, 3. Okay. 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Let's see. What does this mean? Okay, so I'm going to read it to you just to kind of like show you what exactly I'm getting here, and then we are going to cross-reference it with the book. Okay, let's see. So we have card 1, which is the Hangman reverse. Followed by the 4 of Pentacles, which is the number 2 card. Followed by the 3rd card being the 4 of Wands reverse. The Justice card, which is being card number 4 reverse. We have here the 2 of Cups upright, which is the card of number 5. Number 6, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Swords. Card number 7, which is the Ace of Cups reversed. Followed by the 9 of Swords, which is the card 8. Followed by that card 9, which is the 7 of Swords. With the reverse 10 of Pentacles for the number 10 card. For underneath here, though, for card number 11, we have the Chariot reverse. And then in card number 12, we have the Devil reverse. This is interesting. What are you trying to tell us? Okay, they're telling me to take the index cards. So I've done these index cards. They seem to be working. I didn't have to make some more cards. So if you want to suggest some options or things to write down in these index cards, drop them in the section below. So what color? So if they're a color, in this case white, that means minor. Anything color means it's major. Okay, so what color, Spirit? Pink. This one. Is this the one? Okay, so no. Okay, so there's no here. Okay, they said Earth reverse. They're telling me to take white, which is the minor. We have here run, forest, run. Okay. Yellow, which is house. Okay. And then here. Okay, what color? Okay, so they're telling us. Okay, right there. Coins. Okay. Interesting. So we have our index cards here. And the index cards say no, Earth reverse, run, forest, run, house, coins. House of coin, run, forest, run, Earth reverse, which makes sense because Earth is reverse here. We have run, forest, run. We have no. The Earth is reversed. They're telling you to run. Run, forest, run. Coins. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. What's the first card here? This inclusive connection with the first flush of being a couple has just gone rather too long. So this is the first card here. Has it gone too long? I don't know exactly what the purpose of the question is just yet. We're going to find it out together. This is part of the journey. Here we have the Hangman reverse. The Hangman reverse is talking about a higher consciousness, an awakening, and awareness. Has it gone on long? No, it has not gone on long because it's the process that we are meant to be on. So whatever this is, it's about a process and it can take time. So maybe it has taken a long time. Maybe in order to get to where we got to be aware of our situation. I think there is a sense of awareness here, which is why the Hangman is reversed. Number 2 card says here, why does your partner say they do not like your friend? Here, what don't you like about them? What don't like? This is not a personal reading for you guys. It might resonate with you, but this is more so like the overall topic, and I'm adjusting the question to what I feel we're talking about. I feel like we're talking about Earth, but I'm not exactly sure just yet. We'll figure that out. Here we have the 4 of Pentacles. What they don't like about you is that you're holding on to something. You're not letting go. You're not releasing an awareness, an understanding, a long process, an awakening. You're not letting go. I wonder if this is an earthquake. Because we have here, we have the earth reverse. We have run, forest, run, and then we have the house, which is going to shake because, you know, the earth is reversed underneath it. Then we have money. And there's a lot of money here. Well, the money is reversed. Okay. It's followed by the 4 of wands here, the number 3 card. What's the real reason your partner is cutting off cutting you off from your friend? Why are you being cut off? Like, what is happening that is making this occur? We have, this is the White House card, right? It's reversed, which tells me that the White House is not willing and able to recognize change or climate change or recognize help when it's really needed. Because if you didn't vote for them, you didn't benefit. You won't benefit, essentially, is what it's saying. It's saying that, like, it's the disconnect between human and nature. It's what it is. It's the disconnection between human and nature. The Justice card, which is represented by the fourth card, which indicates should you insist on seeing them or talking to them, even if their partner makes the fuss. The Justice card is reversed. It's saying that should you still try and request help, or would you try and seek help from other other states and stuff like that. The Justice card is reversed. They're saying, in essence, a lot of people are going to take the opportunity to say, hey, listen, you're from California, you didn't vote for my guy, I'm not going to help you. But there is going to be a small percentage of people within every state who are willing and able to help you get to where you got to go. So why is this important? Because it feels like in some way there is small pockets of people willing to do the right thing, empathetic thing. Don't group people just because they're from the state of Idaho, which I keep getting the state of Idaho. But in the state of Idaho, for example, I'm getting information that people are going to try and flee to the state for something, especially when it comes to climate. And, they're not going to receive funding from the West Coast because they didn't vote the way that the eyes of the White House should think they should have voted. And because of that, they're going to be rejected by the government in the state of Idaho. But people there in the state of Idaho, in a small population pocket, they are going to want to do the right thing. They're going to want to do the empathetic thing, the best thing that they can do. So you are able to seek help. Just don't seek help from the government because the government is unreliable. Number 5, do you have or should you make joint friends so it's not always just the two of you? We have to make connections. Make connections even with those who are different than you. Because we have the Democrats here, we have the conservative, in essence. Because I don't know. It doesn't feel like a conservative. That's the thing. It doesn't feel conservative. It feels like this is liberal and this is also liberal. Maybe it's the unification. Maybe you have to unify and come together to unify and force. Possibly it might be what it's talking about. Maybe you have to come together and stay unified, even in difficulty. Like, don't be divided under the vision of stupid things that should not be dividing you. And, it's interesting because we do have the Earth card here, and the Earth is reversed. And the Earth is all that grounding energy. That grounding energy, which tells me here that people are not grounded during times of hardship. And it's saying to ground yourself, to understand that the world that we live in and the climate that we're currently ongoing is a punishment to the system itself. Because if the system does not want to listen, Earth will make them listen. You are just a byproduct. You are not being punished. So don't think you're being punished because you're not. You're just the byproduct. You just happen to be there. And that's why it affects you, but it's not intended to affect you or to hurt you. It's just it's there to affect the government and the system. Because the government's not willing to do something, it will take the government down with it. Okay, going to number 6. Number 6 said, is your partner solidarity enjoying is your partner solidarity enjoying their own company for much of the time? So it's saying here, are people enjoying the ability to be separated from all different viewpoints? Here we have this card here, which I believe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords is telling me, no, people actually don't like being separated from one another because they feel dull. They feel like they can't grow. There's a lack of growth here, a lack of progression, a lack of understanding, a lack of empathy and compassion. So I don't think that this is going to hold out for long in terms of like a nation, as a nation who is divided under political lines. I feel like there's going to come a time and a day where people are just going to be like, I want more than what I'm being offered. I want more than just having people around me be yes men. I want more than people who agree with me. I want, I want constructive dialogue. I want to be able to grow. I want to be able to see things from different perspectives, from different lenses. That is the need. That is the internal desire from all humans, especially Americans as well, because this is like, it feels like this is a climate issue, but it feels like Not only is it an American issue as well, but it's also a worldwide issue. So it's kind of like going for both. It feels like it was the desire to kind of just get along and just to kind of have that constructive dialogue without all that negativity is what it feels like. The number 7 here, which is the number 7 card, which is the reverse Ace of Cups. And is your partner overpossessive, insecure, jealous because you are giving your attention elsewhere? In hindsight, yes, because he is a little bit possessive of certain things. He is possessive. And you can see that here because you have the 4 coin up top of the Ace of Cups. So yes, they are a little bit possessive. That is what I see here. They are possessive. And that has caused a major issue because that's why he's saying to run, Forrest, run. They're saying this is because I feel like the worst people who are not going to grow are not going to be from liberal states. They're going to be from conservative states. States where, even when I say conservative states, I also mean it in global perspective. So states where countries are like conservative or moving to the right, they're going to be seeing a less progress, whereas those who are more liberal will see more progress, more progression. They're going to kind of be stuck in this lack of progression. That is what that card is indicating. It's indicating to me that there is this lack of movement. They're saying to run, Forrest, run. Whatever that means for you, trust your intuition on that. Trust your intuition. Number 8, which is the reverse 9 of Swords. Should you both go for counseling to see if there's a relationship issue your partner is denying? So basically what it's saying here is go and see, do you feel like you belong here? Do you feel like you belong in the area where you are? Or do you think that you should consider pathways forward to where a new avenue, a new path forward? Is that kind of like what it's saying here? Well, it's the 9 of Swords and it's falls underneath the government, which means you have to question your government and say, does this make me happy? Is where I am currently in my government in terms of my state. Does this make you happy? Does this make me feel happy? That is something you have to contemplate. Yes, you might benefit in some ways in terms of money, but there are other things that you need to take into factor, whether it's your mental, maybe it's your spiritual, maybe it's your morals, whatever it is that you have to question. Ask yourself and ponder the thought, do I belong where I am currently? I think we're going to start to see, this is American mass exodus, because you're going to start to see Americans start to immigrate in mass amount of quantities, right? This is what it's saying here, that you might be considering moving, in essence, and this is the coin. The coin is, it might be because of financial hardship. It also might be because, you might be making the wrong decision because you might, I have a really good job here. Okay, you might have a good job, but does the job provide you a sense of happiness and hope and relief? Or do you find yourself more than not angry and upset about the current situation of everything in life, including but not limited to your government, and has that affect you to the point where money may not be the only factor in your decisions anymore? That is something that's coming through in card 8. Card 9. Can or should you Can or should you compromise so that you can see your friend away from home once or twice a week? Well, let's ask about compromise here. Can you compromise your value? Can you compromise who you are as an individual? Can you go and meet other people? Well, this is in your house. This is the house of stability, the house of structure, the status quo. Right? This falls in between all 4 of these cards here. This is falling directly on number 9. So number 9 is talking about compromise. Can you compromise your values? Can you compromise the structure, integrity that you have built for yourself? Can you compromise these things? Are these things compromisable or are they not compromisable? This is interesting because it falls right above the house, and the house is really indicating to me that you guys are going to be going through some really deep internal reevaluating of who you are and what your values are. And that is why you're here. That's why you're here, because you're here in the 7 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords is saying that you're not looking in the right direction. You're looking at the money loss, but you're not paying attention because what's in the future? You have coins. The coin is in the left here, where the future in reverse is the negative here. You're looking at that economic crash that we all talked about, right? We're talking about that economic crash. You're looking at that. You're worried about that, but you're not realizing the coins that's ahead of you, the money that's coming your way. It's saying to look to the future, don't always look to the back. Yeah, you can question your morals and your stability and who you are as a person and whether or not you can compromise certain things, but don't always look back. Always sometimes look ahead. Right? That's why the 7 of Swords is here. Now going into card number 10 here, does this restrictive attitude intrude on other aspects of your life? What can be fixed? Well, yeah, in essence, it does because it affects who you are as an individual. That's why the house was also on this card. There's the Ten of Pentacles reversed. I feel like some of you guys have lost family. Some of you guys have lost people from COVID. Um, Only a few of you though, but I do feel that. But I feel more strongly than not. Some of you guys are considering having difficulty with family. Maybe they're being deported because of what's going on. Maybe there is some sort of difficulty within the home, but there's a lot of difficulty in the home sense. Maybe you're getting divorced. Maybe the person you married was not the person that you wanted to marry because maybe you didn't see the ugly and the hate that they had. I feel like more than not, it is more political based than it is morale based because it's all about who do you want to be with and do you want to surround yourself with people who don't think positively. That's kind of like the idea, that's the house, that's the structure, that's the foundation. And all foundations must be reevaluated. This is kind of like you going in and reevaluating who you are and what you're meant to do in this lifetime, right? Because you feel ungrounded. You feel like the foundation is shaking, the house is shaking, the house is collapsing underneath you. And that's okay because that is the best time to really grow. Because when you start to have that foundation start to shake and shake and shake, that's the best form of growth. Going into card number 11, will you gain more freedom within the relationship? Will you gain more freedom here in the United States or wherever you are in the world? Here we have the Chariot card. In essence, in hindsight, not really. Now, this is interesting because it's the complex question. It's a complex and a loaded one, in fact. It talked about, well, would you gain freedom in hindsight? Yes and no. And here's why I say that. Because the mind is limiting you from your ability to be able to be free. You can be free of your government. The government could protect you in some capacity. But is your mind free? Is your thinking ability? Is your consciousness? Are you aware enough to be free? Or are you confining yourself to the prison cell that you have created for your own self in order to protect yourself from being hurt or injured? That is what they're saying here. It's not saying about the physical. Don't worry about the physical because remember, like I said, there's a lot of positivity coming your way. It's the structure we build in, right? The structure and the foundation needs to fall within the house and the morale. And new things can be built on newer foundation, stronger foundation. That's not something you should be concerned about. It's just a positive. Yeah, it may look like a negative initially, but it's a long-term positive, and that's a great thing. This is talking about here, is talking about the freedom within your own mental space, the freedom within your own mind to free yourself of the burden that you have created for yourself. Going into the Devil card reverse, which is number 12. If not, should you reassess the relationship? Should you reevaluate who you are as an individual? Should you reevaluate your connection with your government? Should you reevaluate your political party, your political stance? Should you reevaluate every aspect of who you are and what makes you are? I feel like this is a reading more so for the ground shaking in terms of earthquake. More so it's not a physical earthquake, but a metaphysical earthquake or a spiritual one or a mental or a financial earthquake. In some way, it's a big shaking that's happening your way. I feel like this is interesting because this is the first really direct personal reading for you guys. But this is the devil, and the devil card is reversed here, which says, yes, you need to start reevaluating and reassessing where you want to go, reassessing your goals and your realignment or where you want to see yourself in the next 5 years. I recommend that you write down, just kind of sit down, just talk with yourself, the problems and things that you're experiencing. Then I want you to write down the things that you want to see yourself going into and where you want to go in the future. That's the devil card. That's what the devil card is indicating. It's indicating that reassessment, reevaluation of where you want to be in life. And if you can do that, then you can be successful in wherever you go. So now I want to talk about what's going on politically with the same spread. And we can kind of better understand why you're feeling the way that you are. Now the bottom of the deck here is the 45. So that makes a lot of sense. 45 is here. He's the King of Pentacles. What's on the top? We have here a lack of hardship. We have here the world is upside down. You feel like the world is upside down, and you feel like you've been betrayed. The Three of Swords, followed by the incumbent party has lost. The King of Swords reversed, and then followed by the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles here is saying that you're waiting for something. You're waiting for something to come in, and you're hoping for balance or harmony. This is important because it talked about that sense of not walking away and just realize that your cup is still full. There is opportunity. There is hope there. And here you have Joe Biden might be out of office, and this is the High Priestess in reverse, and this is my Democrat card, but you're waiting for her. This is saying you cannot wait for her. You cannot wait for her to come in. This is your time. This is your time to grow and re-evolve. And if you want to be able to find yourself in a situation where you can have her as your president or madam president, you need to be able to do this reevaluating of who you are and what you want to be and where you want to see yourself in life. This also means shifting to the desired timeline. The desired timeline asks you to do the same thing. It asks you to reevaluate and reassess where you want to go and how you want to move forward. So that is what this card is saying. Now, let's go and see what is the political situation at hand that's making you forced to have these type of questions upon yourself. Well, here you have the Hanged Man reverse, an awakening, a spiritual growth, an understanding. You see things that other people are not seeing. People are refusing to see. And remember, like I said before, you have to be able to allow these people to feel the burden, to really feel the pain, because they're not willing to see what's in front of them and what's happening. You have to allow them to feel it. You have to allow them to face that burden head on in. You cannot take on that burden because that burden is not yours to carry, but rather theirs to carry. So allow them to really carry that burden, kind of take a step back approach, and kind of see this person, he's tied, his hands are tied, his arms are tied. There's nothing that you can do. You should not be doing anything. You should just be sitting back, enjoying and relaxing, and just being in that state of awareness. You're watching everything go on, but you're doing nothing about it. You're not doing to help those people who voted for that or who did that or, whatever. You're not helping those people. Yeah, you can do something to resist it or to go out and maybe join local government or whatever. You can do that. That's not a problem. I'm not saying don't be involved. I'm saying definitely be involved. But it's saying here, allow these people who gave this as an opportunity, even for those who did not vote, because 36% of the population did not vote in this election. Allow them to feel it. Don't help them because you are essentially hurting them because you may not realize it, but you are hurting them. Allow them to feel it. For example, if you have mass deportations and you have people who voted for Trump, you were telling them if you vote for him, you're going to get deported. They voted for him, let them feel the pain. Let them get deported. Let them sit back, watch. Because that is only how we grow as a collective. Right? I know it's hard to say and I know it's hard to hear, but sometimes let them feel it. Because if they can't see it, let them feel it. Don't get in the way. Just let them feel it because you will be injured if you do. Because allow them just to feel. It's okay to say no. Just say no. You can resist. You can say no. But you need to say no to the option to do something. Because there's certain times where you can and do something. But in this time, it's saying here, just sit back and relax and just let it unfold. The next card here, we have here the holding on to power, right? We see this in government already. They're already talking about Trump wanting to run for a third term, which is ironic because I'm going to have to do that video because I just rewatched one of my YouTube videos from the past where I said Trump was going to win the election, but there was a caveat there. And one of the caveats was me saying that whoever wins the 2024 election was going to serve 2 terms. I'm going to double verify that because at the time I said it was going to be a Democratic victory, but that's under national circumstances. But if something else happened and there was foreign interference or there was election fraud or whatever that was, that party will serve 1 term. So whatever that is, it looks like the Republicans won it instead of the Democrats. So in that case, they're going to serve 1 term. But we're going to verify that in a video in the future. So going in, we have the White House in reverse. Government becomes inefficient. Government lacks the ability to work and be able to progress for the people. I feel like the government is not working for people. They're not working. They're not doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing. And that's a problem because it feels like there's like a stalemate. There's lack of growth. There's a lack of progress. But it feels like this is a great thing actually. And I know it's hard to see it. And I know that it's hard to be like, oh, he's getting rid of this, he's getting rid of that, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But it's a positive. I know you don't see it now because it's easy to get disillusioned in the idea of things are going the wrong way. But when things are completely dismantled, it's easier to build up a better foundation than to start off with something that's already established and still in operation. So you know what? Let him destroy it. Let him destroy the system if possible. Because that is how we can be able to progress and grow. If you want to change the healthcare system, let him destroy the healthcare system. Because guess what? You can start from the bottom up. You could change the way it works. But you can't change a system that is very functioning and has not been destroyed. Things need to be destroyed in order to change, right? That's why you see oftentimes more than not you as an individual, you change when you are forced to. Sometimes you are not, but most of the time a lot of change from within happens when you are forced to change, right? Force is needed in order to change something. It's a good thing in hindsight. So there's a lot of positivity here. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just embrace and just understand that this is all part of the process, right? It's the rebuilding, the restructuring, the falling down, the crumbling of situation. Harris, as herself, she represents more of that rebuilding energy, which means I expect her to be in that rebuilding phase whenever that comes to fruition, wherever that is and when that starts. She will be in that rebuilding phase. But Trump is the one who brings them everything down. He is the quote-unquote wrecking ball. Boom, boom, boom. And the house starts to crumble and fall. Well, how do we know this? Because the house is here. The house is here and the earth card is reversed. The foundation that we built on the grounding, who we are and how we grounded as a nation, falls. Every system of government, every foundation that we created ourselves falls. And that's a great thing because, yes, in hindsight, it's bad because it hurts a lot of people, but the long-term benefits outweighs the negatives. And that's a good thing because that is how we grow as a collective. We are able to change things from inside when the system has been completely shattered, right? So here we have the Justice card reversed. The Justice card in reverse here is talking about that Republican not doing the right thing for the people. And that's okay because that is part of the process. It's part of understanding our collective experience that we're supposed to have those justice no longer be disturbed. To have those collapse of the system and the government institutions as itself. Remember, Trump does not know what he's doing. He does not know what he's doing. And that's a good thing. He doesn't know what exactly he's doing. He just doesn't realize that when he cuts something, it has other side effects as well, and that's going to hurt him in the long run. We already talked about this many times on the channel, so I'm not going to go over it, but it's going to hurt him in the long run. Here we do have the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is upright here. It's that connection between people, that shared experience, people that you otherwise wouldn't have really had an experience with, you're able to connect and bond under a common experience. So this is a beautiful time. This is a beautiful time to really go out there and just talk to people. Like I go out there sometimes today, even yesterday, I was talking to people about politics, things that I never done before because it's okay to talk about them. It's okay to let them be aware of certain situations and things that are going on because that is how we as a collective expand information and knowledge, right? It's by going out and talking to people, even if they are different or we never really talked to them about it before. It's okay to do it because this is the time to do it because people are kind of like, in a way, it's very weird. They're very calm. They're calm right now, although besides the ones who are like doing the salute and all that. But people are kind of calm. They're more open right now. I do feel that. They're open to changes. Here we do have on the card, we do have the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is upright. Being blinded, because you can't see, you have to feel it. You have to feel the pain. You have to feel that dehydration, right? You see the water being pulled away. You have to feel that dehydration, that gulp, right? You take your last big, deep gulp of water before, your throat starts to dry. And that's why it says run, Forrest, run, because you need to run in order to get to where you got to go. You cannot walk anymore. You got to run. If you want to go somewhere in life, you have to run. This is important because it talks about people in position of power in government. In order for us to really change the system, you have that enlightenment. You're asking yourself, what should I do? Should I get involved in local government? It's saying, yeah, essentially you should because this is run, Forrest, run. Run. Run for the system. Change the system from within. Here we have the Four of Pentacles, and it's underscored by the Ace of Cups. Luck, opportunity, abundance. This is interesting because it says like there's going to be a withholding of economic funds or a withholding of money in some capacity. However, they're going to try and line their pocket, but there is only a certain limit that they can do this before it all blows up in their face. The Ace of Cups is also talking about the lack of abundance in the economy, but also in people's daily lives. And this is important because as you start to undergo certain situations in life, the Ace of Cups becomes a very key center stage, especially when it comes to them trying to hoard the money, right? People will stop buying resources. People will stop buying materialistic things because they cannot afford the materialistic thing, which means the people who in the oligarchy screwed themselves over because they got rid of the consumer and the consumer cannot afford to buy because they cannot afford to buy. Well, then they just got screwed. Then they screwed themselves. And this is why it says run, Forrest, run. right? So if you guys want a list of like companies to not support or not to give money to, I will put that in the link below. I do have a really great person who sent me that link, and I will put that in the link below. I think it's like Amazon, Apple, Google, all those things. You can find that all in the description below. Now, this is interesting because we have upside here, right? We talk about the government not willing and able to do things when it comes to government efficiency and its ability to actually get things done. It's followed by the Nine of Swords reversed. Although it looks like there's a lot of hardship going on in the country, it feels like in a way that you are in a relaxed state of mind. When you start to really realize where you are in this world and understand like the political understanding of all of it, it's saying here, yeah, the economy is going to crash without 100% doubt. But you will have money, you will be sufficient, you will be sufficed. And I feel like you start to really connect yourself, not to the materialistic thing, but you start to connect yourself to experiences. You start to connect yourself more than just the materialistic. You're starting to connect yourself to nature more. And so the money doesn't really matter as much. You're able to be more dependent on you rather than the system that created it and made you dependent. You became independent, and that's a beautiful thing. And that's why it comes through here, because yes, the government becomes so independent. I mean, the government becomes so inefficient that people start to become more dependent on themselves and the collection and the collective talent in people. People come together. This is a unifying time. And here's the coins here. Money matters. And the money could collapse and the money could be withheld, but people will become independent of the governmental system, which means the government loses power and control. Here we have is followed by the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords just means your mental state. You feel withdrawn. You feel like you're oftentimes more than not in a time of political error. You feel like you were tired and exhausted. But they're walking away. They're trying to take what you got. They're trying to take what you have. But you still have two swords remaining. You have two swords to defend yourself. And that's a beautiful thing, because that is a decision that needs to be made. A decision. Yeah, they could take the Seven of Swords. They could take the Five of Swords in their hands right here. Yeah, five. And you have two swords in the ground, which means that you can still make a decision even with two swords here. You can still do justice. You can still be able to be in that state of equality and understanding the world around you. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed, which means the air money. The money transfer of money from one to the other is the wisdom. In order to really grow and connect, you need to be able to make that connection with your collective talent and people. And you're able to share talent and skill that's going to allow you to be able to be more unified as a collective, as a group of people, rather than being dependent on the government itself. I think this is a gorgeous thing because it's a beautiful thing, because it talks about how a lot of people have come together with different skill sets and they offer so much to the community. And that is why we had that grounding energy, that shaking, that realignment of foundation, what it means to create that foundation, the house, the home, the understanding that we are all in this together. And I feel like that's a great thing that's coming out of this. It's that connection, that collective bargaining, that ability to be able to just be in it together and to understand that we're all one. And I think that's the best way to really experience all this. It's followed by the Chariot card in reverse, and the Chariot card in reverse is indicating slow movement, slow process. But you can get there. You can get there even with the slowness and the front of the process. You can get there. And a double card being reversed means good things are coming ahead. Good things are coming. It's just your perspective and how you view the world. You can choose to be in a state of worry and scaredness and always wondering what's going to happen next. Or you could be in a state of understanding and awareness that we can take this time to unify, to not be dependent on government. So I think it's a beautiful message to really end off on. It kind of combines the governmental aspect of our lives, but also one of which is more personal to yours. So this is tailored for all of you guys. I did not know we were going to do a personal reading today, but we did a personal reading. Let me know in the comment section below if you resonate with it. Everything in this video is not going to resonate with you because it's not a message for all of you. It is a message. Some people will have messages that resonates with them that I say, but certain things won't resonate. That is because that's not a message for you, it's a message for the collective, which means that not all messages that I say here is going to resonate 100%. It might resonate 75%, it might resonate 60%, but nonetheless, it's still a message nonetheless for you. So anyway, this is a beautiful message from Spirit. I hope that you guys do enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share this video with others. I think there's a lot of good things happening. It's really based on your perspective and how you choose to see the world around you. Until then, I love you, and I'll see you guys tonight.